loss of smell has become known as a defining symptom of COVID-19, and for 10% of those who recover from COVID, smelling and tasting remains affected 6 months later at least. Researchers in Britain are studying the impact beyond physical health. Dr. Duika Burges Watson is a lecturer in global health at the UK's Newcastle University and co-authored this study. Thank you, Doctor, for speaking to us from so far away. We know about the loss of smell, anosmia, but parosmia is also a problem. What is it, and what is the impact of it, please?
Yeah, well, parosmia seems to be coming on sometimes months after what appears to be a sort of recovery from anosmia or a loss of sense of smell. And parosmia is a distortion in the senses of smell. So for example, you tend to find that a lot of things will trigger this experience of parosmia and everything starts smelling like fruity sewage or like horrible chemicals. It's kind of the brain's wiring system saying, I don't like this, this is dangerous, I can't tell what it is, so I'm going to give you the worst smell I can think of in order to keep you safe. So it's the brain misunderstanding the smell signals that it's getting, and it can be really deeply unpleasant and very difficult for sufferers. So we're finding that more and more people are now experiencing parosmia, and it's now listed as one of the top 10 symptoms of long COVID. So it's certainly a very big problem.
What kind of impact did sufferers report on their intimate relationships, considering that so much of intimacy is about chemistry and smell?
Yeah, I mean, intimacy, obviously, with your very close loved one. People are talking about, suddenly my boyfriend, the smell of him has become repulsive. It's very difficult to say to somebody that you love, keep away from me, I can't stand the smell of you. So those sorts of very close, intimate relationships become very difficult. For mothers, it can become mothers and fathers, it can become very difficult to form bonds with your children because suddenly they don't smell right either, and your own child smelling disgusting to you is a really difficult thing to deal with, which is why we're starting to see a lot of people having some mental health issues with this, particularly if it lasts for a long time. And we are finding lots of people have now had parosmia for anything up to a year. So this can cause all sorts of problems for your intimate relationships as well.
Doctor,
yeah, but I think...
I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to ask you about smell training, training to get that sense of smell back.
Yes. Well, we don't have research at the moment because parosmia is quite a new thing in some ways. I mean, we've known about parosmia for a long time, but we know for certain that smell training tends to improve the recovery time from a loss of sense of smell. And we think that it's probably very useful, even with parosmia, to begin smell training. And this is very simply just sniffing things on a regular basis and trying to rewire those neural networks so that your sense of smell will come back to you. And there's some really useful stuff online. So the charity Absent in the UK, for example, has lots of training and information, and that's very easily accessible online. So people who are experiencing this may like to seek those sources of support.
Thank you so much. All the way from Scotland, Dr. Duika Burges Watson, thank you for your time.